You know, them motherfuckers, they're fucking scum. But yet, they at some point they had world domination.
Yeah.
They ruled the Fertile Crescent. That's what made Egypt so rich, because of the resources that grow over there.
What they all make money off of the slave labor.
Of course.
Slave labor is huge.
So something like that is definitely going into slavery, man.
You want that, Daniel?
No, you ain't got to get it. You got that in Isaiah 40? Yeah, go ahead.
Isaiah 40 and verse 15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as the small dust of the valley.
The Lord is pretty much saying that these nations, they hold no weight. They're insignificant to me. You know? They're nothing in my sight. I only focus on you. You're my chosen.
Yep.
You're my priority. That's why it says that in Amos 3. You have I known among all the families of the earth. All right. What was that? Psalms 147. The Lord give His word unto Jacob, His statutes, His judgments unto Israel. We have not dealt so with any nation. All right. Go ahead.
It says, behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing, and Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor the beasts thereof sufficient for a burnt offering. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity.
Yeah, that's very controversial. That's very controversial.
Which one?
See? That's what it is. And the Lord He could feel that way if He wants to. This is His creation.
Yep.
Right? Have not the posture, have not the
Potter.
The potter power over. I'm getting scatterbrained right now. But yeah, man.
Vessel, you talking about?
Yeah.
The one from Sirach?
Why hast thou made me thus?
Yeah.
Romans 9.
Romans 9, Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 12.
Yep. Yeah.
He made these nations to be insignificant. Just like He made a certain nation to be chosen, to be above.
Yep.
Romans 9 is a good one.
Romans 9.
Yeah.
So 33.
Yeah.
33 or 15. Hey, bring these scriptures out. Hey, we can bring them up. Since you read 2nd Ezra 6, and the brother read Isaiah 40. And that Hamite should have never came up here, man.
Not in that spirit.
Yeah, he fucked up, man.
Romans chapter 9. I'm going to start up a little bit. I'm going to start at the top, if I can, at Romans 9. That's cool?
Yeah.
Romans 9 and 1. I say the truth in
Hey, hold on, because real quick. Hey, read the 3rd chapter and the 1st verse, and then go there. Because Christians, what they'll do is, they'll try to say because the Lord's sacrifice and Him changing the covenant, the nation of Israel pretty much don't matter as a people anymore.
Right, you just gotta
Now it's
believe.
opened up to anybody that just believes.
Yep.
So there's no avail to being a Jew physically. Like that one clown, that one Jake that approached the Sakari camp in was in Phoenix, when he pretty much said that what did he say? He said to be an Israelite is insignificant or something to that effect. It's a down. He said to be an Israelite is a downgrade. You an idiot. For you to be an Israelite and make that statement, you're a clown, man. And that's what Christianity did to your fucking psyche, man. It ruined you. Christianity messed your head up, man. How you gonna say that? But then Apostle Paul, makes these statements. Get hey bro, if somebody got it already, get Romans 3.
I got it.
The first verse, and then go to the 9th chapter.
Romans chapter 3, verse 1. What advantage have the Jew, or what profit is there of circumcision? Read it again.
Yeah, and then read the next verse too.
Verse 2, I think it says, what advantage have the Jew, or what profit is there of circumcision? Much every way, chiefly because that unto them were committed the oracles of the Most High.
We received the word. We received his commandments, his instruction, his law. Going back to Psalms 147. He gave his word unto Jacob and his statutes and judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. So it avails to us to be an Israelite. Because we have the words of salvation. We have the words of everlasting life. All right?
Now, I can't even say this word, but I don't know how to say it.
And we have righteous laws to govern us, to make us prosperous, to make us above these other nations. All right? To surpass everybody in all these other nations in virtue and worth. You know?
Now, what I was going to say was in the 1611, you know how they try to tell you what's in that verse. It said the Jews' prerogative, right? So I had the brother go to Edom Online. Prerogative, special right or privilege granted to someone. Characteristic right inhering in one's nature, office or position. Right? Special right, previous choice or election privilege. And I read that election privilege. We're going to get to that in Romans 9.
Oh, real quick. Let me read this in the NLT. Romans 3:1. Then what's the advantage of being a Jew or an Israelite? Is there any value in the ceremony of circumcision? Yes, there are great benefits. First of all, the Jews were entrusted with the whole revelation of the Most High.
Here it is, the oracles,
So the Lord gave his oracles to us, man.
So
this is where you're going to find all the prophets are going to be coming from the nation of Israel.
I was going to say, and if you look in the other captivities, the prophets still ascended to the top of the nations.
And the nations respected the prophets.
Right. They didn't respect the people, but they respected the prophets of the people of Israel. Now let me jump back to Romans 9.
And that's why Daniel got promoted.
Exactly.
That's why Joseph got promoted.
Exactly.
You know?
This is Romans chapter 9, verse 1. I say the truth in Hamashiach, I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Spirit that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from the Hamashiach, the anointed, right? For my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants, plural. It says testaments here, right?
Old covenants.
And the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises, whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Hamashiach Yahushua came.
There it is. It all pertains to the nation of Israel.
Right. Who is over all, Yahweh blessed forever, amen. Right? It continues more. Not as taking the word.
And these things are all benefits to being an Israelite.
Right.
That you get to be a partaker of having an inheritance and righteous moral laws, civil laws, man. To make you a prosperous nation that excels, man. Excel in wisdom, you know. And if you excel in wisdom, hey, your kingdom is
it's going to
be fruitful, you know. That's why the kingdom is going to be so.
Everybody going to have it.
Man. Hey, we saw a glimpse of that when Solomon was king.
Right, because he shared all that wisdom and bestowed it upon the people.
There it is, man.
I got something real
nations was coming to bring him gifts. Sheba, Queen Sheba of the Dan, the Ethiopian, Cushite, she came and came to listen to his wisdom. And she was breathtaking by it.
I got something right quick, I'll go right back. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord Yahweh my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither you go to possess it. That's why you use the example of Solomon, right? It says, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this is a great nation. So like, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great? And that's a rhetorical question. What nation is there so great, right? Who have the Most High so nigh unto them, as the Lord Yahweh, our power is in all things that we call upon him for. The other nations don't have that. That's the benefit of being a Jew or an Israelite versus a heathen.
Yeah.
You tell that to Jake that want to believe they African and want to believe they Asiatic and all this other stuff. Hey man, there's no advantage in none of that. The advantage is being this. Why do you think they don't want us to be this?
Right. You see why it matters so much to these other nations that you're coming back to the true power?
Yep.
And calling upon the true name? Them motherfuckers, their feathers is ruffled when they see us come back to our heritage, man. But as long as we was wandering in darkness, serving these other gods and doing all this other weird shit, hey, these nations, they had a ball, man. They had a blast.
Yep. Made money.
Yeah.
Made jokes on us and all this other shit.
Because you're the only nation that changed your gods, man. Like it says in Jeremiah.
Yep.
Have a nation change their gods, but my people changed their God to that which is no profit. You wondering after their gods and how they commemorate their gods. Right. It's just pure, just animalistic behavior.
The
shit,
ceremony,
man.
the ceremony that they do it, they keep that ceremony, but it be just fucking god of the moon or some shit. It be random shit.
Yeah.
You know?
They worship the work of the Lord's hands, man.
Yeah, the creature.
The creature.
Yep.
That's how insignificant they are. But the Lord was like, I divided the sun and the moon and the stars and everything for them to be gods to them. But me, I chose you to serve me. You know?
I got it.
Go ahead.
It says, I'm on verse 6. Yeah. Not as though the word of the Most High has taken none effect.
This is the EDC crowd out here.
Yeah, kind of.
Right?
All these fucking slut whores walking around. That makes sense.
He says, not as though the word of the Most High had taken none effect, but they are not all Israel which are of Israel. The difference of the Israel of the Most High versus the Israel of flesh. Right? He says, neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they called children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called, breaking down these other religions too. I believe they're the seed of the promise. Ishmael believed he was the seed of the promise because he was Abraham's son, but it didn't go to you. It went to your brother Isaac.
Yes.
Right? It says, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. That is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of the Most High, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed.
Yeah, because the Lord, he rejected Ishmael, even though Ishmael would have been the heir for being the firstborn.
Yep.
But it was allotted to go to Isaac. All right, the son of Abraham. He was going to be the Lord chose him to be the heir over the actual heir.
The free woman.
He was the son of the free woman.
Yep. Right.
All right.
It says, for this time is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. Right? Not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the children not yet being born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. It was said unto her, the elders shall serve the younger, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Y'all know where that Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated scripture is at?